Vijay Mallya, once India's flamboyant tycoon, now a fugitive in the UK, has spoken out after nearly a decade of silence. In a 4-hour-long podcast on YouTube, Mallya laid bare his version of events: Kingfisher's downfall, the RCB gamble, the 9,000 crore rupees debt, and what life looks like in exile. So, what all did he reveal and confess? Kingfisher Airlines took off in 2005 as India's most luxurious airline. By 2012, it had crashed and grounded under massive debt. Mallya pinned the blame on the 2008 global financial crisis. He said, "The money dried up, the rupee tanked, every sector was hit." He claimed he asked the then Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee for permission to downsize, cut flights, lay off staff, but was told, "Don't worry, banks will support you, continue operations." But that support, he said, never came. And as costs soared and revenues sank, Kingfisher folded. Mallya is accused of defaulting on loans worth over 9,000 crore rupees. He disputed that figure, pointing to a tribunal-certified 6,200 crore rupees, and stated that he had offered 4 separate settlement plans, all of which were rejected. On the allegations of financial misconduct, he said, "You may call me a fugitive, but where is the theft? Where is the chori?" As Royal Challengers Bengaluru finally broke its IPL curse this year, many remembered Mallya, its first owner. And he admitted in the podcast that he didn't buy the team out of love for cricket. It was business, he said. He bid $112 million for the Bengaluru franchisee to promote Royal Challenge whisky. He claimed to have handpicked a young Virat Kohli from the under-19 squad. He said, "Something told me he was special." Mallya has lived in the UK since 2016, evading Indian authorities. Now, despite a UK court ordering extradition, he has stayed back, citing unfair treatment. But now he hinted at a possible return. He said, "If I am assured a fair trial and a dignified life, I'll think about it seriously." Now, from aviation to alcohol, cricket to courtrooms, Vijay Mallya's legacy is as controversial as it is colorful. And in this rare podcast, he's tried to reclaim his side of the story. But the question remains, will India buy it? Or is it just another chapter in the long saga of a fugitive billionaire? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Follow and subscribe to Business Standard for more such videos.